Okay, hello everyone. It's a pleasure for me to announce that Karla is going to present her topic today. So Karla, please introduce yourself and your topic.
Hello, my name is Karla. I am B2 level and I'm gonna talk about Christmas Island of red crabs. We can find this crustacean just in Australia, specifically on Christmas Island. This island has that name because it was discovered on December 25th of 1643 by the Captain William Miners, a British investigator who commanded the ship regularly. When he arrived, he decided to give that name in honor of the date's Christmas. Christmas Island red crabs are omnivores. They used to eat many resources of their forest. For example, failing leaves, fruits, seedlings, and also can eat rest of the animals. They do it to survive. And also their diet helps to the balance of the forest by breaking down matter and also recycle nutrients. The most part of the year, crabs live in the forest. Many people say that they are excellent builders because they can live in burrows near woodlands and also can live in the wood. They live there to stay hydrated and also to avoid dying from sun rays. When the season arrives on October, November, and December, they start the migration. They migrate from the forest to the ocean to reproduce. An important fact of red crabs are that they can change their gender from male to female. They do it to reproduce when the gender ratio is unbalanced. While they are migrating, they can face many obstacles like roads and urban areas. It's for that reason that many organizations used to close them and also can make bridges to facilitate the immigration. When red crabs arrive to the ocean and mate, after mating, the males return to the forest, and the females carry the eggs on their abdomen. And after 12 and 30 days, they left them into the water. The baby crabs grow, return to the forest, mature, and start the cycle again. While the baby crabs are in the coast, we can see unusual behavior. And sometimes the old crabs could eat them to avoid competition for many resources, like food and the space. The principal predators in the forest are the yellow greasy ants. These ants from supercolonies could attack them and kill a lot of them, representing a big problem in their balance. They used to attack them when the red crabs are resting in the forest. Another predator is the giant African snail. While they are in the coast, specifically when they are babies, they could be attacked by many species of birds. Australia have many organizations to protect red crabs. For example, in control programs, many organizations like Christmas Island National Park, education for visitors and residents about the importance of red crabs in the nature and how we can take care of them, habitat protection, and also organization that close the streets and protect them and facilitate their migration. And to finish, I just want to say that red crabs are an important part in our ecosystem, and that their migration is one of the best events around the world. Thank you very much.
Okay, Karla, thank you so much. Now I'm going to start with some questions for you about this topic. Karla, can this species be found elsewhere?
Not really. This species is just in Australia. weekends found in another place.
Okay. Can these crabs be eaten by humans?
Not really. Australia has many regulations and laws about the red crabs, and also their meat is not the best to eat.
Okay, so Australia has many regulations. So what happens if a human hunts these crabs?
It will be the person who has a big problem with the law, so it's not recommended.
Okay. How will the extinction of this species affect its environment?
Oh, if the species disappear, maybe the ecosystem and the Christmas Island ecosystem could be affected, specifically the plants.
Okay. So is there a similar species in our country?
Yes, in Ecuador we have a species of crabs that is similar, maybe in the color, but they are not the same.
So what is the difference between them?
The difference is the color. For example, Australian crabs has intensive red than our, and also their migration. Australian crabs migrate, and our crabs no.
Okay. Do you know why these crabs have that specific color?
I consider that the color is for their adaptation of the nature.
Okay, thank you. What happens if the crab's habitat disappears?
I consider that if their habitat disappear, they could disappear too, because they really need the resources of maybe the forest and the ocean to survive.
Okay, so how should people conserve the habitat of this animal?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, how should people conserve the habitat of this animal?
Oh, they could, for example, specifically red grass from Australia. The rest of the people around the world could donate.
Okay.
Donate for any organization that take care of them.
Okay. Should the government do something to help these animals?
Yes, they will add many laws and organizations to protect the red crabs.
Okay, for example, in our country, should our government do something to protect animals here in our country?
Yes, they must do it because it's really important. For example, another species of our country needs help in their ecosystems.
Okay, so Carla, if you were the president of our country, what would you do to help animals?
If I were the president, I will make many laws about the preservation of animals, and also I can have many punishment to people that don't kill them.
Okay, so what would be the best punishment for them?
I consider the best punishment is the jail.
Okay, thank you. Let me see. Now, you say that the best part of the life of those crabs is the migration. So, how long do they migrate?
They migrate depends on the gender. It could take almost 2 months.
Okay, so what happens if crabs don't migrate?
Oh, their species could disappear because they do it to reproduce.
Okay. What characteristics of this animal catch your attention the most?
The most characteristic, I consider that is their color, and also I consider that their migration is very important and also interesting for me.
Okay. You mentioned something about the difference between the crabs from our country. What makes this animal special and different from other crabs around the world?
I consider they are different for their color and also their migration, because I don't know about another species of crabs that do the same.
Okay. What is the most dangerous predator predator for those crabs?
The most predator is the yellow crescents
Mm-hmm.
because the ants could kill a lot of them in the forest while they are resting.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Are there more predators of those crabs?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
For example, many species of birds that could kill a lot of them while they are babies.
Okay. Now, is this animal in danger of extinction?
Not really. In Christmas Island, there are almost 40 million of them, so they are not in danger of extinction.
Okay, but what factors could put this species in danger of extinction?
The factors are, for example, if their habitat disappear.
Okay.
For example, the forest or the ocean, because they need their resources to survive.
Okay. Would you like to travel to this island?
Yes, I would like it, but not in the rainy season
Okay.
because in the rainy season is when the most part of the streets are closed for the immigration.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Another. You mentioned something important about the behavior of these crabs. What is your perception about this kind of behavior when they eat their own babies?
Oh, I consider that they should do it. I consider that they don't have an election because they do it to survival in the future. They do it to avoid the competition for many resources. So they
Okay.
must do it.
Okay. Another fact that you mentioned was that they avoid the sun. So why do they avoid the sunlight?
Oh, the crabs they avoid the sun because they must be trained to survive. So I consider that the sun affected.
Okay. Carla, do we have in our country a similar island with different or special species in our country?
Yes, we have an island.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Galapagos Islands. There are many species of crabs, but they are different.
Okay. So in our country, what should the government do to preserve this environment?
The government has to implement. The government has to implement many laws and organization campaigns to preserve our environment.
Okay. Now, Carla, the next question is well, actually, there is a fact. Nowadays, many parents don't teach their children about the animals' care. What do you think about that, or what would you recommend to these people?
I consider that it's a bad situation because the adults, the parents, must teach to their children how to preserve our environment and also the animals. So I consider that many organizations could talk about preservation and how to take care of the animals in the schools and in the jobs.
Okay, correct. How do you take care of your planet?
Um, I I try to preserve the water and also avoid to throw rubbish to the street or to the water.
Okay, can people from other countries help to preserve the environment of these islands from Australia?
Yes. For example, Australia has many organizations, and we can from another countries we can just donate to preserve the organizations, and the organizations take care of them.
Okay, what could our government learn from Australia about the preservation of animals?
Australia, I consider that Australia is it has a good cover, so our country could do the same to preserve and make laws, campaigns, and also organizations to protect our environment and animals.
Okay, so Carla, to finish with your interview, what could be your final message about animal care in general?
My final message is that we must know a lot of animals and how we can preserve their habitat and species. So if we know that, we can change.
Okay, so thank you so much, Carla. That is all.
Thank you very much.